78. Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about the topic the minerals and energy resources. This is topic number 5. Previous class we have discussed about agriculture. Listen it. So now this class we are going to discuss about the topic the minerals and energy resources. In this topic, the following points you have to learn. The first one is introduction about the topic, the minerals and energy resources. The second one is importance of these minerals. Third one is classification of minerals. And fifth one is mode of occurrence of minerals. Where these minerals can be identified, where these minerals can be formed, rather than identified, where these minerals can be formed. Yes. So these are the points we'll discuss in the class. The topic is the minerals and energy resources. Is the topic number 5. Children, pay attention. As you know, in our daily life, we use various items. In our daily life, we have been using various items, various things, various metals for our needs. The question comes, metal. The moment you use the metals, where these metals come from? All these things coming from minerals. As you know, children, all these minerals formed in the earth crust. All these substances, mineral substances formed in the rocks. We take from the hardest mineral, diamond, to the softest mineral, talcum powder. All these things we have been extracting from the crust. So these metals ultimately we have been using for even to prepare railway tracks, roads, shipbuilding, cars, buses, various types of vehicles, etc. So minerals are indispensable part of our life. The food we take, also minerals mixed in that. So these are homogeneous substances. Minerals are homogeneous substances. Geologists found on the crust, we can find nearly 2000 types of minerals. Almost all 2000 types of minerals. So these minerals classified or separated based on various factors. All these minerals are classified based on structure, physical, chemical composition, hardness, and of their particular properties, based on each mineral properties, chemical properties. Based on the following factors, the minerals can be classified into different ways. Children, based on what factors the minerals can be classified? The following factors are responsible for classification of these minerals. Number 1 is color, structure, hardness, and physical and chemical properties. Based on these factors, the minerals can be classified. Let me ask question. Based on what factors the minerals can be classified. Now coming to the children. Now classification of minerals. Whatever we have been extracting from the crust, all these minerals can be classified into three types. Classification of minerals. Here, classification of minerals. Number one is metallic minerals. Number one is metallic minerals. What are metallic minerals? These minerals are hard substances. These minerals are hard substances. Possess of heat and electricity. Right? Metallic minerals. Second one is non-metallic minerals. Second one is non-metallic minerals. They are the light materials. Most of these minerals formed on the beds of the sedimentary rocks. Non-metallic minerals. And third one is energy minerals. Third one is you can say that energy minerals. ENERG, energy minerals. These are the three types. Yes. Classification of minerals. Before knowing these types of minerals, let us define what is mineral. So here, the mineral can be defined. Mineral is a homogeneous natural occurring substances. Mineral is a homogeneous natural occurring substances with definite internal structure. With definite internal structure can be termed as mineral. Children, so mineral can be defined. It is homogeneous natural substances occurring in a definite internal structure. In a definite internal structure can be called as mineral. It is a homogeneous natural substances. Taking from the hardest metal, that is diamond, to the softest mineral like a talcum powder. You take all these minerals we have been extracting from the crust. From the crust, that is mineral. So just now we have discussed these minerals based on the various factors like color, hardness, structure, physical and chemical compositions. Physical and chemical compositions, the minerals can be classified into the following ways. That is, one is metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals, and energy minerals. Children? One is metallic mineral, second one is non-metallic mineral, and third one is energy mineral. Energy minerals. Clear? Now you take the first one. The first one means we will take metallic minerals. Metallic minerals are the hard substances which possess heat and electricity. Right? Example, iron ore. The best example for metallic minerals is Number one is iron ore and manganese. Iron ore and manganese are the best examples of metallic minerals. Clear? And coming to the non-metallic minerals, which are light materials which are formed, decomposed of the materials, these can be formed in the sedimentary rocks. Non-metallic minerals like lead, silver, tin, copper. These are the non-metallic metals. When you come to the third one is, that is energy minerals, which possess energy. Of course, this energy will be here since we are taking from the crust. So, the best example is fossil fuels, that is coal and petroleum. The fossil fuels are the best examples for the energy sources of energy minerals. Coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum. These are the three types of minerals. Children, if you take the first one, metallic minerals, again here these minerals can be subdivided into two parts. That is, one is ferrous minerals. One is ferrous minerals and second one is non-ferrous minerals. One is ferrous, second one is non ferrous minerals and non-ferrous minerals. Now let us discuss what are these ferrous minerals. Ferrous minerals, these minerals which consist iron. Which consists of iron. Iron content. As you know, iron ultimately the most important raw material which helps to the industrial development. Manufacturing industries. Clear, children? So, the ferrous, these minerals which consist of iron. Such minerals we call it as ferrous minerals. Such minerals we call it as ferrous minerals. Example, as you said here, these are hard substances. That is iron ore and manganese and even cobalt. Non-ferrous, the second one is non-ferrous minerals. These minerals do not contain iron. The non-ferrous minerals which do not contain iron. Those minerals we call as non-ferrous minerals. Example, copper, lead, silver, tin, etc. These are the non-ferrous minerals. Ferrous and non-ferrous. Okay. Now coming to the example for non-real, non-metallic minerals. We take examples. Non-metallic minerals. Copper, lead, silver, potash, all those things we can take example for non-metallic minerals. Now coming to the energy minerals, example, the coal and petroleum. coal and petroleum. These are classification of minerals. Three types. There are three types of minerals. One is metallic minerals, second is non-metallic minerals, and third one is energy minerals. Energy minerals. Even energy minerals, you can take examples, other examples also. Now children, coming to the fourth one is where these minerals can be formed. That is the mode of occurrence of minerals. As you discussed, all these minerals which have been extracted from the crust. Okay? Right? All these minerals formed in the hard form of rocks. Rocks are formed in the crust. What is ore? Example, ore. Ore is nothing but as accumulation of any mineral mixed with any other element. Accumulation of any mineral mixed with the other elements is known as ore. Right? So, where these minerals, mode of occurrence of minerals. So, maximum minerals can be identified in the crust, and there are some minerals can be identified in the layers of igneous and metamorphic rocks. Igneous and metamorphic rocks. Even some of the rocks can be even identified even on the beds of sedimentary rocks. Some of the minerals we can identify in the oceanic belt. Like example, take salt. Salt is one of the finest example which can be formed in the oceanic belt, oceanic areas, in coastal belt, near the lakes like Chilaka Lake and Pulicat Lake are the best examples. We can find abundant of salt. So here, even platinum, uranium, these are certain minerals we can identify beds of the oceanic areas. Children, so that is the mode of occurrence of where these minerals can be identified. Okay, these things will discuss next class. Clear? The mode of occurrence of minerals. So children, this class we are discussing about the introduction, that is importance of minerals. Third one is classification of minerals, and fourth one is mode of occurrence of minerals. Is it clear? Thank you.